The hardest thing about succeeding in network marketing is absolutely not what most people think, but I'm going to cover that in today's episode. All right, this one might surprise you. Like, what the hardest thing about winning in network marketing? It's not, okay, we're getting rid of my fear of prospecting. It's not, coming up with the lead list. It's not, how do I, attract people on social media? I'll tell you what the hardest thing is. And I've been doing this, I don't want to say forever, but pretty close to forever. It's been a long, long time. And so this is not some random guess. The hardest thing about winning in network marketing, and it's the same thing with being an entrepreneur, quite frankly, in anything, is okay, being self-employed. Like we all think it's so cool, man. Yeah, I can be self-employed. I don't have to, I got no boss. I don't have to, whatever you, talk to the man. I don't have to deal with that. I don't have to ask to go pee. I don't have to go ask for, what do they call it? PTO, paid time off. I don't, none of that. The hardest thing about being a network marketer, being self-employed, is being self-employed. It's like we think it's like this fantasy. And look, when you get it going right as an entrepreneur, when you get things grooving and business is good, man, I mean it's great. There's truly, in my opinion, nothing better, specifically in that, like, I mean, being an entrepreneur is super cool, but being involved in network marketing, this beautiful business model that contains the mechanics of wealth, which is leverage, being able to earn income on the efforts of other people, which, by the way, is pretty much every business out there. I mean, think about it. Home Depot, Costco, Jack and the whoever it is, doesn't matter who it is. The person at the top who has the all the employees working underneath them, they are earning income on the efforts of all of those people. The biggest difference is we don't have to hire anybody. So it's not about, I don't have to deal with insurance. I don't have to deal with, I don't, all this stuff, rental, having to rent the place or buy a building, cost of goods sold. I mean, the cool thing about network marketing is you can just sign up for 50 bucks, 100 bucks, 500 bucks, whatever it is, and then get to work. But again, the hardest thing is this idea of being self-employed. And it's a beautiful thing, but it's literally the hardest thing you're going to have to work through is like going from, whatever you were doing up until now, when you finally got introduced to the direct sales space and you're like, man, this is cool. I can have residual income. I can have this side hustle for now and build this business. And I can share this product and I can make a retail profit from that. And I can, recruit people and build a sales team of other people that are recruiting and bringing in customers. And I get a little chunk of all that. I mean, that's pretty awesome. And it truly is awesome. But that whole adjustment, man, of moving from working for someone else to like doing it all on your own is a stretch for a lot of people. It's hard. And I mean, like some people adapt very quickly, but a lot of people don't adapt very quickly. And I think a lot of it has to do, like I started really young. I mean, I was 22 when I started. So, I mean, my jobs up until that point were like throwing a paper route, Jack in the Box, McDonald's, parking cars at Kelly's restaurant, 3 months selling women's shoes. And I worked in the back of a kitchen for about a month until the guy didn't pay me. So that was my life experience. And then I found my way into network marketing. And so I didn't have like 20-year or 30-year work history or anything like that to then segue into this new thing. So for me, the transition, although it was financially difficult, uh, was not hard for me to go get to work. So this idea that network marketing is for everybody, it just isn't, you guys. It's not. Who so like, and I'm tired of hearing people, oh, anybody can do network marketing. It's for everybody. Yeah, I mean, it's a level playing field. Doesn't matter what your education is, what your background is. Doesn't matter. All those things don't matter. But like I said, in terms of education or the family you grow up in or your upbringing, but it has to do with what you bring to the table, what you bring in terms of, assertiveness, being a self-starter, having desire, having motivation, having, there's qualities that need to come into play. Otherwise, you ain't going to win here. Because here's the thing, like from if we look at the way everybody was raised, and I do mean, well, I'll just say the majority. You're born and your parents like keep you alive for a couple years and so you don't choke yourself or bump into a piece of furniture or stick your finger in the socket or choke on your food. And they're watching over you and they're taking care of you and they're raising you. And then, and they're like, don't play with matches or whatever the stuff is, right? I never listened to that one. I got in trouble for playing with matches when I was a young kid. I'll never forget the dad brought the belt out and snapped the belt. Can't do that anymore, apparently, but straighten me out, that's for sure. And then, so your parents are watching over you and they're keeping you, in line. And then you go to school and then the teacher is keeping you in line and, you know, no talking in the classroom or quiet down back there or, wake up or whatever. They're doing, the thing that they do and they're keeping us in a line. And then you go get your first job and you learn that you have to show up at a time and you have to do something during that window of time and then you check out or punch out and there are expectations. And then if you don't deliver on those expectations, like supposed to start at 9 and you don't show up till 10:30, how many times is that going to happen before they just go find somebody else who will? And then you find yourself here in the network marketing space. And it's like I'm at home around all my home surroundings. There's nobody to punch me in or punch me out. There's no boss telling me what to do, when to show up, and it's all beautiful, man. I mean, it's great. But it's so easy to be distracted. It's so easy to go lay on the couch and watch reruns of MASH or go in the kitchen and make yourself a sandwich. Or, man, it's spring cleaning time. I should go clean out the garage or, because what happens is, and I've trained on this for like 2 decades, there is what people look at is like there's no consequence. There's no consequence to your actions. But there really is consequence. The thing is, you don't see it the way you would see it in a job. Like if you pulled the no-show thing at work for, 2 days in a row. I mean, try it. Do go ahead and do it. Like if you work for somebody right now, go on Monday and let's say you're in a 9 to 5 and you work Monday through Friday. Next, even tomorrow, whatever day you're watching this video, I don't care. Just the next day, don't go into work and don't call in sick. Don't use a vacation day. Just straight no-show. Just like pull a no-show. And then the next day, pull another no-show. And you probably won't get to day 3 if you got a good employer. By the time you get to day 3, they're going to be like, and then you show up at day 4 and they're like, "What's up?" And you're like, we don't need you anymore." I'm like, why? What'd I do? Dude, you didn't show up for 3 days. Like we never heard from you. Like we thought we were worried about you, but now we found somebody else to replace you. See, there are consequences. But here, what people do is they justify. And they're like, "Well, I haven't really made any money yet, or I'm not making much yet, or I just got started. What's another day? What's another day? I'll just put it off until tomorrow." And so they don't feel that immediate consequence. Like that's an immediate consequence. Your full-time job that you're, right now using to pay for whatever rent and overhead and food and all of that is you need it. You need to have that money coming in and like, oh man, if I lost my job, like, and most people, if they lost their job, like, I mean, they could be out on the streets like in 90 days. I mean, even people that make 50, 80, 100 grand a year, they're so tight financially, the way they run their household that, I mean, 90 days with no money, they're like in desperate, so they'll show up for something they don't even like very much. They might even hate their job. Not many. I mean, some people hate their jobs. Not everybody does. But they might be like, they bitch and moan, complain, come home. First thing they do is crack a cocktail and try to get, drink the pain of working that day away. And then they get up and they go do it again and again and again and again. But you got this cool network marketing, that business that could set you free. And then you're sitting on it and you're not doing anything with it because you're like, yeah, what's the big deal? I mean, it's not like I'm making anything yet. And so because the consequence is not so immediate and dire and real, people will justify to themselves and they will not be personally reliable for their actions. Like, my question to you would be like, and this is a very valid question to ask yourself. If you were to ask yourself this question, like, would you hire you or fire you? Like, in terms of what you're doing in your network marketing business, if you were to ask yourself, and I would ask yourself, hey, Todd, would you hire you? For me, I'm like, heck yeah, I'd hire me like 7 days a week. Let's go, baby, because of how I show up. But so many networkers I know, they're like, they don't hardly do nothing. And they're wondering why, it's not working. And it's like, then they're here and then they kind of vanish and they disappear. Oh, network marketing didn't work. No, dude, you didn't even work network marketing. I'm so sick of the people that say network marketing doesn't work when the truth is they never worked network marketing. So the hardest thing, you guys, the hardest thing is learning to be self-employed, learning to build rules into a venture that doesn't really have any rules. It's kind of a free-for-all, man. You can lay all day on the couch. You can work your face off. You can do something in between. Nobody's calling you. Nobody's like, your sponsor ain't going to call you. You start no-showing for long enough, they're going to go find somebody else who is. And so that is a struggle for a lot of people. So my question to you is, what are you going to do about it? Are you going to just decide today, okay, I'm going to do something different? You could. A lot of people, they don't, and they haven't, and they never will. And that's unfortunate. It's one of the reasons why, like 17 years ago, I started running accountability programs. I ran something, if you follow me for any period of time, you're probably familiar with it. I ran something called A-Team. The A stands for accountability. I ran that thing for 17 years straight. 17 years, every single quarter, 90 days, let's go. 90 days, let's go. With the whole idea of getting people into action. And there are consequences for no-shows. There are consequences for not showing, for not doing the work. And so what I learned to do is build consequences into something where there's no perceived consequences. And the way I look at it, and this is something for you, is I would look at it like, your job, for example, your job, if you don't show up for your job, you know what the consequence is. It's like, I'm losing my primary source of income, the thing that's paying the bills. But you look at this and you're like, well, what's the big deal? Well, you're not losing out on a day's wages if you put off today. If you put it off another day, it's not like I'll start the next day. You're not losing out on a day and then the next day. What you are losing out on is the compound effect of those daily efforts over time. And each day that you put it off, you're getting further and further behind with a multiplier attached to it, because you don't have a crystal ball. No one can do this. Nobody has the ability to predict the future as far as what could happen or what would happen if you put in the work and then that began to replicate and compound on itself over a period of time. Like, most people are so accustomed to work, get paid, work, get paid, work, get paid. Here, it's like you're putting in the work, and it's like this snowball, this building effect that over time begins to expand and grow. But the longer you wait, the longer it's going to take time for that compounding effect. Like, if you look at like compounding, like the whole concept of compound interest, if you look at compound interest, and I'm not going to even bother putting up a chart or anything, but I'll just, you put $100 in and $100 in and $100 in every single month, and you see it building, but it builds really, really slowly. And then over time, like 10 years in, at 12, 15 years in, you see this huge increase in terms of value of the interest compounded month after month, day after day, year after year. And network marketing is much the same way. So yeah, you might not be able to work. Okay, big deal. I put it off for today and I didn't make, $100 because I skipped out on working today. This ain't a job, man. This is a self-employed business venture. And so many people struggle with learning to be self-employed. And when I say learning, it's not like you have to be taught like the ABCs and one, two, well, I guess maybe to some extent, yes, being taught how to be self-employed. Uh, what I've done and I continue to do, and one of my biggest roles in the network marketing arena is helping people to stay accountable to themselves. Now, no, I do not do my public A teams any longer. That's retired. I did it for 17 years, long enough, and I didn't stop it because it wasn't working. I could still fill up A teams every quarter. I will continue to do private A teams. So if a company or an organization could put 300, 500, 1,000 people in a 12-week accountability program, call me, reach out to me. Happy to do them. I've run several of those, and they are amazing. What I have done is I've cut away a lot of the information, because I think a lot of people are on information overload, and we've narrowed it down into a program called Execution Lab. Okay. Execution Lab is exactly what the word is. It's all about execution. It's all about helping you to execute, to make a decision. Here's what we're doing this week. Go do it. Let's check in. Cool. Doing it. Great. Okay. Nope. Let's make these minor adjustments. Bang. Let's go to the next week, the next week. So if you're struggling at all with being consistent, with focusing on the right activities, which you already know what they are, and you're not doing them at the level that you know you should be, and you could be, and you're capable of, then man, you should come do Execution Lab. Okay. There's no time commitment. I'm not going to lock you in for a year. Come and do it for 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. I don't care how long you come. I guarantee you when you come, you ain't leaving. Not because I'm keeping you there, but because you're like, okay, I'm finally with a crew of people that are helping me stay focused on the right activities over and over and over again. I am executing. Because otherwise you're just sitting by yourself, going downstairs, making yourself a sandwich, watching reruns or whatever the hell you like to watch, or you're going to do the laundry, or you're coming here and I'm like, oh my gosh, maybe I should alphabetize my lead list again, or, oh, squirrel. And until you get deeply programmed, like I am at this point, that I get up and these are the tasks, these are the responsibilities. I'm going to go do. Like, successful people who are making 6, 7 figures, they get up and they go get it done. So if you're not going and getting it done, it's because you really haven't learned to be fully self-employed. That's what Execution Lab is for. So if you're sick and tired of like being in that situation, you're like, I'm ready to get moving, and I'm willing to like put myself in the position where like, hey, somebody's going to help hold me accountable and get my ass in gear, then come do Execution Lab. So I'll make sure that the details, my team will put the details down below. You may be on my podcast, listen to me on audio. If you are, I love you, appreciate you. If you're on my YouTube channel, wherever you're at, the details on this episode, as well as Execution Lab, other resources to help you succeed in network marketing, are here at toddfalcone.com/episode 376. That's TODDFALCONE.com/episode 376. If you're ready to execute, I'll help you. Come on over.